Welcome to another episode of the Simple Nutrition Podcast. In today's episode, I am going to talk about detoxes. Again, with the theme of the new year, the New Year resolutions, and the different things that I see my clients do, right, for different purposes. But another big one is using detoxes or clean, clean, cleansers. I can't talk today to help them with weight loss, or because they feel tired or because they feel sick, and so they think, oh, I should use a detox to help me, right? And so I wanted to first start with how lucrative, how profitable the detox industry is, right? So in an article by the Fortune Business Insights, it describes the global detox drinks market size as valued as 4.8 billion in 2021, and is targeted to increase to 7.71 billion by 2029. So when you think about, how lucrative that is, that's billions of dollars, and that's because a lot of people use them, right? And again, we as humans are trying to feel better, and we want to have instant gratification. And so when we hear of something like detox your body and it's going to has all these claims, right? Clearly we want to do that. We want to feel better, right? We want to lose weight. We want to have more energy. We want to have a clear mind. But the main thing here with detoxes is that they most, or all of them, I should say, are not regulated by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, right? And so they could have, who knows, right, herbs or chemicals or these ingredients that have not been tested that could pose a risk to our health. The other thing too is when you look at detox drinks or cleanses, they are prepared mostly with a blend of various fruits and vegetables, herbs, and other natural ingredients, which we can absolutely get by just eating those foods, right? But because there's so much hype in drinking it or in the marketing that we want to be part of it. But we don't need them, right? The amazing thing is that our bodies are able to do that job, right? When you think about the role of our body and what our body does, that one of the main things is detoxifying, right? It does that 24/7. We have specific organs just to do that. Think of your liver, right? One of the main organs that detoxifies everything that we put into our system, right? That's the primary job, or one of the primary processes to do that. Um, it changes the food, it changes the drink, or it changes whatever we input in our system chemically, right? And it does that to help us, to keep us safe, essentially. So your liver does that. But then you also have kidneys, right? Your two kidneys that they also do that. The main job is to filter blood to help remove toxins and byproducts from our bodies, and then we excrete them through the urine. So those are your kidneys. Then you also have your colon, right? Whatever we put in, then it goes into this process, and then we eliminate it, through a bowel movement. But that's another way to eliminate toxins. And then you have your lungs, right? Every time we breathe, we detoxify, right? We breathe in air, whatever is in the oxygen that we are breathing in, then it goes out in the form of carbon dioxide. And that's one other way to detoxify your body. And then one other organ in our body that also protects our systems from toxins is our skin, right? So when you think of your skin, it pretty much protects you on a day-to-day basis 24/7. And so it protects you from chemicals or substances or things that you add to your body, right? And so you have these amazing organs that are doing the detoxification and the cleaning on a daily basis all day long. So we don't need a 7-day cleanse or a 7-day detox diet to to feel better. What we really need is to look at how we are eating, right? And that change is not going to happen in 7 days. That change is not going to happen by drinking a tea. The other thing too is, if it's a laxative, which is going to give you diarrhea, right? That's what a laxative does. Pulls lots of liquid, lots of water into the intestines, and that's what causes diarrhea. Is that if you're not drinking enough water, right, then now you're at a risk of dehydration. But also you're putting a lot of strain in your kidneys, right? Your kidneys need to have enough fluids, enough water to do their job. And so if you're not doing that, now, now you are affecting your kidneys. But whatever it is that you're drinking or whatever tea you're using, that has to go through your liver, right? So now you're putting a strain in your liver because you're putting something that you don't even know that if it's beneficial. So what I'm saying here is that you don't need a detox tea, a detox pill, or a cleanse or a supplement to to help your body do their job or do its job as it's supposed to do, because it already is, right? Now, if we are sick or if we have different health conditions, that's a different story, right? Because now we have to seek out the help of our medical team, right, or our health professionals to help us, with that specific condition. And so, the first thing here is that you really don't want to add in another strain, another thing that your organs have to work with or have to do, just because we want to, be part of a hype, or we want to try that detox tea to see if it helps me with weight loss or to give me more energy. We don't need that, right? Your body's already doing that job. If it's not doing that efficiently as you would want to, then you have to look at other factors such as nutrition, such as fitness, and the other things that could be causing a problem in your body, like smoking or drinking alcohol or doing drugs, because those are toxins, right? Those are absolutely putting a lot of strain in your organs because they target your main detoxifying organs. And so instead of, wasting your money on that, let's look at the root cause, right, of why we are feeling the way that we are feeling. And so what can we do about it, right? Well, the first thing is, don't waste your money on detoxes and cleansers or a 7 day, cleanse plan or a 7 day detox plan or whatever it is that, people want to call, that are, number one, not backed up by science. And number two, they're not going to work, right? Because how are you going to do the job of your organs in 7 days? Your organs are doing that already. So here's what we can do, right? Number one, let's look at our nutrition, right? How are we eating? If we have been eating not so good, crappy, right? We have been eating just ultra processed foods, and the majority of our meals are coming from processed foods and high in sugars and high in fats and saturated fats and hydrogenated oils and added sugars, and that's of the main basis of our meals, then we need to change that, right? Because yes, whatever we put in our bodies have to process that, and they have to sift through that, sift through the nutrients that they can use to keep our organs, to keep us healthy. And so if we're just putting, junk, then your body can only function with what is available for them. And so look at your nutrition, right? How is your nutrition at the moment? And where can I make a change, right? Changing a behavior takes time. It's not going to happen in 7 days. It's not going to happen overnight. Think about how long it has taken you, to this point of doing something over and over and over. It has taken you years, right? So don't expect your body to give you results in 7 days or in 3 months. It might take a year or 2 years. But the important thing is that you're changing things, you're changing a behavior to help you long term. So number one, so step one, look at your nutrition and where you can change something, where you can make your nutrition healthier, where you can add more nutrients to help your organs continue to work properly. So if you're not adding fruits and vegetables, start there, right? Okay, how can I add more vegetables to my meals, right? How about adding 1 cup, right, veggies at lunch, right, or dinner. Pick the meal that is the easiest for you, so that way you don't have to think about, so hard doing that specific goal. So, and don't pick broccoli if you hate broccoli, right? That when you go to the grocery store, there's so many vegetables, so many fruits, so many foods that you can choose from. Don't choose one that you hate, right? Then you're gonna fail. So choose, if you hate broccoli, okay, choose another vegetable and add that consistently, right? When the what helps with the creation of healthy habits and just habits in general, it's when we do something on a consistent basis, right? The more you do it, the more easier it becomes, and then it becomes a habit. So do that consistently, right? Even if it's such a small goal. Okay, I am going to add a cup of vegetables. Be more specific. I'm going to add a cup of cauliflower at lunch every single day for the next 2 weeks. Then you can move on to maybe another variety of vegetables, right? Because again, the more variety that we add of our foods, the more nutrients we get. If we're just adding cauliflower, from for 2 weeks and then we continue to do that for months and months, then you are just getting the nutrients from cauliflower. But for the specificity and simplicity of the goal, you want to start there. Okay, first thing, I'm not eating a lot of vegetables. Maybe I eat them once or twice a week. Let's change it to I'm going to add 1 cup of vegetables with lunch. Pick whatever vegetable you want for the next 2 weeks. And then you can move on like that with your other goals. The idea is that we want to create these balanced meals, right? And I am going to talk more about that in my next episode. But just to give you a little bit of intro, a balanced meal is having at least three of the main 5 food groups, right? And the 5 food groups are fruits, vegetables, grains, proteins, and high calcium, high vitamin D foods, which includes your dairy or your plant sources, plant-based milks. And so you want to have at least 3 of those food groups for your main meals. Always protein, always vegetables, and you can decide what the third one is. And so in this case, right, if you say, okay, I'm not eating a lot of vegetables, focus with the vegetables first, then move on to the other components. That's number one, right? Number two, try to avoid any toxins, right, that you have direct contact with or that you have direct control over, which is smoking, drinking alcohol, and drugs, right? We're not going to go into detail into that because then that's a whole episode in itself. But those are direct toxins that affect your every single part of you, every single organ, because it sees it as a toxin, as a direct toxin, and needs to get rid of it. And when that happens, all the other functions become second, right? So think of drinking alcohol, right? It is a toxin. Your liver sees that and it has to get rid of it, right? So even if you're eating, right, digestion slows down because the main focus now is getting rid of the alcohol. And same thing with other direct toxins. Smoking, that's it impacts mostly your lungs, and then drugs could be a variety of other things. So that would be the second thing, right? If you're like, oh, I need to detoxify my body, let me have these 7-day cleanse or seven detox diet, but I'm still doing these other things that are a direct cause of how my body feels, and it's not going to help. So that's number two. Number three, right, is exercise. It shouldn't be a surprise, right? Because exercise and nutrition go hand in hand in a way. And I'm not telling you have to go to the gym and you have to spend 3 hours at the gym, right? Walking can give you so many benefits. One is keeping the blood flowing, right? And your body loves that. Your organs need that. Excuse me, when there is a consistent blood flow. And so you need that, right? And the best way to do that is to move your body. It doesn't have to be running, it doesn't have to be weightlifting. Ideally, we do want to do that because of the long-term benefits to that. But even walking, right, it can help so much. And so spend 5 minutes, right? Spend 10 minutes just doing some walks, walk around the house, go walk outside the house. If you have a dog, your dog is going to love going for walks. Take your dog for a walk. If you have a baby or a child, take your child for a walk, right? They are going to love that too. Um, I often hear, oh, but I can't walk, I have pain. And I totally understand that, right? You have to listen to your body. But sometimes even walking slowly, walking for a short period of time can help with that pain, right? Because you're keeping the blood flowing and your body is you're getting more oxygen to different parts of your body, and that helps like with detoxification too. So to recap with these three ones, number one, look at your nutrition. Where can I make a change in my nutrition to help me feel better, right? To help me, if you have weight loss goals, to help me with my weight loss, if it's with having more mental clarity, if it's having more energy, it's all going to stem through with nutrition. I read a Facebook post that said, someone asked, give me your best tips to give me energy because I'm always tired, right? And being tired could be for different reasons. And so I read all these, comments, oh, use this energy drink, use this pre-workout, um, and some other crazy things. But nobody said have a well-balanced breakfast, right? Or have a high-protein breakfast, or drink more water, or sleep more, right? If you're only sleeping 4 hours, you're gonna be tired, right? And so we always want to get the easiest route, the easiest thing, or the shortest thing, or the instant gratification, instead of looking at the root cause, right? Okay, I'm not sleeping, or I'm staying up, until 12 a.m. reading or scrolling through social media. Then I have to wake up at 5 in the morning, so I didn't sleep enough, right? You are going to be tired. You don't need extra caffeine. You don't need an extra pre workout or an energy drink. My gosh. Because you are going to get short, energy at the moment within an hour or two. And then what's going to happen, right? You are going to get tired and it's going to be probably even worse. And so look at the root cause, right? And address the root cause, and you're going to feel much better. So look at your nutrition. Step one, where can I make a change? And focus on that. Only one change. You don't want to add a whole bunch of changes. When I work with my clients, they say, okay, I can change, they give me a list. And then I ask them, okay, on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 is like nothing, like I'm not confident at all that I can do that goal. And 10, I'm 100% confident. How confident are you at being able to accomplish this whole list that you're giving me in the next 2 weeks? And it's usually a 3, right? Because there's so much and we're so busy. And so then we have to simplify it, right? Just give me one or two things that you want to work on in the next 2 weeks, and that you can tell me that you are confident at being able to achieve them at a level about 8, right? If it's lower, then we have to simplify it even more. And so ask yourself that question, right? In the next 2 weeks, this is my goal, and how confident am I? If you are an 8 or higher, perfect. You're good to go. If you are a 7 or lower, then simplify it even more, right? What are my challenges? Why am I giving that goal a 7? And that's going to help you to become more successful, but also is going to help you achieve the goals that you're setting for yourself. So, number one, nutrition. Number two, eliminate, work on, reduce the direct toxins that you're putting into your body, right? I talked about smoking, alcohol, and drugs. I know that's not an easy task, but there's so much help out there that if this is something that you really want to do, seek help, right? Seek someone that's going to help you achieve that goal. Number three is fitness, right? Again, it doesn't have to be, I want you to go to the gym, I want you to exercise for 3 hours every single day, right? Just like with the nutrition goal, it has to be realistic, right? And so even, like I said, even if it's 5 minutes, right? Start with 5 minutes. I am going to just walk around the house for 5 minutes. I'm going to put a timer. and then increase it slowly, and then I'll do 10 minutes, so on and so forth. And that's how you can create goals, right? So no, coming back into the detox talk, no, you do not need a detox diet or a cleanse or these teas that are going to tell you, yes, drink this tea and you're going to have more energy or whatever the case may be. You don't need any of that. Please stop wasting your money on them, because you have organs that are doing that job for you 24/7. There's literally no break for them. And that's okay, because they're meant to do that, right? The more things that we put into our system to help them, or so called help them, the more strain that we put on them. And so let's not contribute to those billions of dollars that are not helping us in general, and help your systems by doing these 3 steps that I'm suggesting. And again, if your case is more complex, or if there is a condition that you're struggling with, then you need to reach out to a healthcare professional, right? To assist you more in more an individualized way. So that is it for today. I get passionate about these things again because it is the first, almost. I mean, January is almost done, but I do see these, trends, and my clients asking me about that, and I see it on social media that in these influencers and these people that have no nutritional background suggesting detoxes and cleanse and all these things, and I'm like, no, you don't need that. You have organs that do that for you, right? Just help them by give them the nutrients that they need and the help that they need to be able to continue their job properly. And that is it, right? You don't need to add these other extra things, because your body is amazing and it can do those things for you. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to talk to you next week. Please stay strong and stay safe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.